Welcome back to some more battles. We are in the Open Great League, and let's try out the team featuring Skeledirge running the Torch song with the Diggersby and the Cradily in the back. We get swapped out into the Shadow Sableye running the new Dazzling Gleam. Hopefully this Diggersby is going to be able to outpace this. Both of us are not dealing super effective fast move, and they're just throwing a bunch of moves as fast as possible. Luckily, we are able to survive 2 moves, which is insane. But we are going to get met with the Roserade. Roserade in the back is going to be able to fire off this weather ball, easily take us out. We have the matchup we want, and this should be GG's because Cradily is going to be able to outpace to these grass knots way faster. We can let the first one go. Ends up being the Hydro Pump. So now we know they have Hydro Pump. Most likely play rough. So that's going to take them a really long time to get to. And we're just going to be able to outpace them. Looks like we get to another grass knot. I don't believe this is going to KO. Nope. But we are going to be able to switch in immediately. Shield here. Ends up being the play rough, but that's fine because we have energy to take them out. And we see the Skeledirge versus the Roserade, and that's just a winning matchup. So GG's to our opponent, able to gain alignment, and luckily the Diggersby was able to beat that Sableye. Next we have the Skeledirge versus the Mandibuzz. Not the best matchup. We're going to go into the Diggersby. They swap out into their Grumpig. Grumpig is kind of a interesting switch because although they are going to be able to throw these dynamic punch, it's not stab. So they're not going to be able to one-hit KO us. We can survive it. We force the shield by going for another Scorching Sand. So already job well done by this Diggersby. They take us out with that dynamic punch. That's fine. Can we farm down from this range? Looks like we did get an Incinerate to go through. We might as well shield. And we do have a ton of energy to throw back at this Mandibuzz. Torch Song is used. Our opponent does throw on really good timing. Dark Pulse takes us out with all that energy. And now we have to beat this Mandibuzz plus whatever is in the back. Rock Tomb is going to get used. And we see the Clogsire in the back. Probably not going to be beatable. This Mandibuzz Clogsire core is pretty strong. They go for the Sludge Bomb. So now we know they have Sludge Bomb. And that's just going to help them get to these moves that much faster. We are going to have to use the shield here. Let's see if our opponent allows us to take them out, or are they going to shield? They decided to just let it go and come back in with the Mandibuzz with a shield. And this is GG's, unfortunately. Unable to come back from that lead. We basically needed the Skeledirge to get to 2 moves. Alright, Skeledirge Mirror. This is always awkward. We are going to decide who wins CAP. It looks like they win the CAP, but they go for the Torch Song bait. When we do call that bait, we get that shield. Since we know we lose CAP, we're just going to continue over farming. They go for another Torch Song, and we're going to go for double shields here. This is going to get the KO or get the shield. We decide to switch out of there since we know that they're running Torch Song and probably Shadow Ball. Force out the switch, and we see the Jump Bluff. Jump Bluff isn't necessarily the best counter to the Diggersby, but the Energy Ball, if they're running it, will help. And now it's the race to the move. Nope. They are going to be able to get to that move faster than us. Aerial Ace is used, and that is not enough to take us out. So we're going to fire off this Fire Punch to take them out. We see the Skeledirge come back in, expecting Torch Song. There it is. And then we're going to decide if we want to shield here. We decide to shield. This energy will be valuable. Oh, they actually are running the double fire move, Torch Song and Blast Burn. And because they were able to get to that extra move, they are going to take us out. So GG's to our opponent, unable to win that game with our Cradily. We had a chance to take them out, but didn't expect them to be running the Torch Song Blast Burn variant. Okay, they switch out into the Golisopod versus our Cradily. We can tank the first one, thankfully, and we're going to fire off this Rock Tomb. It does get that shield and it debuffs them. Doesn't really matter for this second move, but this next Rock Tomb here, okay, we have to shield just to get the second Rock Tomb off. This second Rock Tomb here potentially KOs. Let's see what happens. Yep, it does KO. We maintain alignment and we see the Skarmory farm us down. We see the Marowak come back in. Marowak is going to have to get to probably 3 Bone Clubs. We are going to be able to fire off this Scorching Sand. And it does get the debuff, which helps us a lot because these Mud Slaps for their fast moves are just going to be that much less. We're going to fire off the Fire Punch. It does grab that shield and we do swap out immediately. Our opponent here is going to use their Skarmory. It is a Purify, so let's see if they're running like Return. Nope. They actually are just going to fire off the Sky Attack. And luckily we have a Torch Song ready for the KO. So GG's to our opponent. In that scenario, the Torch Song came in handy because it required, a little bit less energy. And the pacing of it was in our favor. Terrible lead. We're going to go into the Cradily. Cradily is going to be able to fire off this Rock Tomb first. Expecting them to tank it and then switch out. Yep, makes sense. Because they matched us, they should be a little bit late getting to their moves. So we did debuff them again. And we are going to be able to tank this move much easier. Unfortunately, we get debuffed as well. And looks like they decide to shield theirs just so they can get to this move. Wow, they actually were able to call the Grass Knot. Now they go for the Rock Tomb is interesting. So they do debuff us, but we see the Mew, Shiny Mew. We do have the shield advantage. Let's see what moveset they're running. We have no idea what moveset they're running. Okay, Side Shock is not going to be enough to take us out. There's another Side Shock. They should be relatively energy dry. And we're just going to go in with our Skeledirge. We're going to see if we can one shield farm down is the best case scenario. Ooh, especially with that Wild Charge, we should be able to farm it down. But they're going to switch out into their Mandibuzz. We do have a Torch Song and we do grab that shield, which is fantastic. We're going to go into the Cradily immediately. Rock Tomb gets used, takes out the Mandibuzz. And unfortunately for them, we have a shield still and we can just farm down at this pace. Down goes the Mew and now we have the energy needed to take out this Cradily with the Rock Tomb. So GG's to our opponent. Check out the team if you haven't already and let us know if you enjoyed the video.